Yeah, this is called in Talend Open Studio for data integration, and also we do have classes for Talend Big Data as well. So this is basically an ETL tool. So we have downloaded open source software is available in Google, so that you can download it and start practicing. And also this is basically a graphical user interface, so which is having pre-built of components and connectors, so that we can create design our jobs and in the drag and drop option. If you look at here, you can see. So for example, if you wanted to create the job of big data, so that you can just drag and drop it. So the requirement is there, then you have to go to this data quality, or if you wanted to load the file. So if you see in the left side, you can see this all the uh, palette options are available. Now let us comes to this projects and business models. So creating a project. So creating projects is just after downloading this Talend Open Studio, it will ask you to create the project so that you can give your own name. So when it comes to the real-time cases, it will be decided by the project management. But for our practical sessions, you can create any project name. So basically, a project is, I would say, project is it's a physical structure of storing all the different types of items. Okay, so once you launch your Talend Open Studio, so you can see these business models and job designs and data integrations and context and SQLs. So everything will be there. So this is my Open Studio. So if you wanted to create the project, you can close it and you can start this. So if you wanted, there is an option called import a demo project. If you wish to import a project, you can import it. So otherwise you can directly create the new project. Now what I will do, I'll explain the uses of components, how we can create it, how we can run it. So, and one more thing, so let us see and briefly business models. So it's not at all required, the business models, because this will be done by a data modeler. So it's, but I'll briefly give this what is a business model. So business model allows us a data integration projects stakeholders to graphically represent their needs regardless of the technical. Since they don't know the technical words, so that we can explain this is a model, this is going to be implemented via ETL tool. So now business models helps that IT operations staff understood these expressed needs and translate them into a technical process. So designing a business model is a part of enterprise best practices that organization should adopt at very large stage of data integration. So if you wish to create a data model, so that you can just click on the create data model. So we have to give this data model name. So if you see here, so name, if you look at here, it is asking to create the new business model and the purpose and the description. Basically, the name of the data model we have to provide here. And the purpose is business model purpose or any user information regarding the business model uses. Okay, and now let's okay, what I'm going to give is some DW feeding, DW feed. This purpose is to show the logic. Okay, so its description is not required in our case, so that I'm going to directly. If you see here, so this is taking time. If you look at here, once you created the DW feed business model, it will automatically appear all the business objects. So if I wanted to create some business model, let me take so data source. I'll take this drag and drop. Okay, so what see I'm giving, this is called CRA. It's a kind of thing. And next is so I'm taking one more data source, which is in a DB. Okay, now what I'm doing, so say again I'm taking DB, just double click on it and write it here, DW, data warehousing. So these terms you will understood later. Okay, so nothing to worry about that. Now it comes to the so document part. So I'm giving here reporting, and same thing I'm taking here one more reporting. Okay, now Now let me link with this an actor. Okay. So what is this name? This is name 2. Okay. And this is you can click on action. See why I'm creating all these. So we are showcasing this is an ongoing implementation towards, sorry. So what I have to do is just proper shape it, and this is called a decision. Okay. Just drag it. If you want to see these related elements, you can see it here. Context component, and these we supposed to. So let us click here. So I just wanted to make a relationship here. This is bidirectional. Okay. And next is call here also. I'm taking this bidirectional, and here also just a second. Now I'm giving the relationship from here. So okay. Now, so the model is the following panels. So the integration is the perspective design workspace, and the palette shapes line specifies the business modeling. So if you have multiple tabs open on your design workspace, so what you have to do, just click on this relevant tab and showcase the appropriate information. Okay. And shapes also you can see it from here. So once you have created the model, so this is basically if you wanted to know this, what is in decision is basically dimension. Generally it represents if condition in the model. So these are all helpful for us to create the data model. So if you can see here, relationship, directional relationship and bidirectional relationship, to integrate in between these models. So what I'm doing is I just have created this one so that we can made a connection between the CRA database DB2 data warehousing, and which is creating a report connection, and this is going to be performing an action. Okay. So this is how we are going to create data model. So it's for time being it is not required for us, because since we are going as in Talend ETL developer. So but I would recommend you guys to know these features. In some cases they may ask, so have you worked on business data models using Talend tool, so that you can simply answer this. Now let us go to, so I'm closing this one, it's not required to save. So now I'm closing to the data integration part. So what is in a job design? So how we can create it? So is it a part of the business model? So what is a job design? We can say in terms of job design is a graphical design, one using one or more components connected together that allows you to set up and run data flow management process. So a job design that we can translate business needs into the code, routines, and as well as the programs. So in other words, we can technically implement your data flow. So the job you design can address all of the different sources and the targets that you need for the data integration process. So when you wanted to design a job using the Talend Open Studio, so put a place in the data integration actions in the library components. If you see here, and change the default setting of components or create new components. So and set the connectors. If you see here, and if you click here, then it will expand. You can see a lot of component available. Okay, so let us start with creating the basic job. So let me show you how to create the basic job. So what I will provide in this section is that that how we can create and add, configure, and execute a simple job. So let us start this. So I'm going to create just if you see left side, click on the job design, click on create job. So name what I'm going a basic job. Basic job. If you look at here, so I'm just giving purpose is say sample. Okay, sample job, loading the data. See, once you have given the description part, then there is a warning disappear here. Just what you have to do is just click on the finish, right? You got it. So if you wanted to create it in a separate folder also, you can create. That's doesn't matter. Now if you what I have to do is, now we have to add the component to this palette. Now the job is created. This is created. The job is basic job. Now you have created job, but what you have in this job, nothing is there. So I'm going to add the components over here. Now the job is created. Components have to be added to the design workspace. So I'm going to take a if you go to this file input, T file input delimiter, where it is T file input delimited I'm taking, and also as well as I'm taking T log row. Okay, so if you are unable to find this one, so what you have to do is simply you have to type it here, T log. See, simply see logs and errors, T log row. Okay, and a T file output delimiter. So if you have an experience or good exposure on these components, then you can directly, if you go to the files, 1 second, T file out. See if T file output delimited. So you have almost created these jobs, right? So find a component, we have find it, and we have drag and drop it, and we have palette it. Now, so what I'm going to do is, and we have to link in between the T-log input row and also as well as T file output delimiter, right? I wish to continue. See, now I have created a job, right? Now what I'm doing is, so I wanted to load the customer file. Okay, so this is the job I have created. Now what I have to do, I have to load this data using the customer files. I have a file, a text file. So I'll show you in the next video. So please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much.